Welcome to this video where we're going to be talking about the exciting new updates from Claude. Now, we're not really going to be talking about the models. I don't think 3.5 Sonnet, the new model, is a particularly large enhancement of the previous model. I've tested it inside Harbor. Doesn't seem any better, to be honest with you. It seems quite unreliable, and it does a lot of things that 3.5 Sonnet, the original one, never does. So I'm not going to be talking about that. 3.5 Haiku, I'm excited for that personally because it will help Harbor out. It will make Harbor even better because we're powering the keyword tool with Claude 3 Haiku. So 3.5 Haiku, I can't wait for that. But we're not going to be talking about those updates in this video. Instead, we're going to be talking about computer use. So introducing computer use, a new Claude 3.5 Sonnet and 3.5 Haiku. So we don't really care about the models, but we're introducing a groundbreaking new capability in public beta, computer use. Available today on the API, developers can direct Claude to use computers the way people do by looking at a screen, moving a cursor, clicking buttons, and typing text. Claude 3.5 Sonnet, by the way, I have use cases for this. I'm going to give you some use cases in this video. Claude 3.5 Sonnet is the first frontier AI model to offer computer use in public beta. At this stage, it is still experimental, at times cumbersome and error-prone. We're releasing computer use early for feedback from developers and expect the capability to improve rapidly over time. What does this actually mean? Well, if you know Agent Zero, then you can kind of get some idea what computer use actually is. What computer use is the ability to instruct Claude to act like a human on a computer, okay? And I'm going to show you how we can set this up and how we can actually use that in this video. In order to actually use this, first thing we're going to do, just go on Google and type Anthropic Computer Use GitHub, okay? I'm going to show you a completely non-programming way of getting this started, okay? So once you're on here, click on Anthropic Quick Starts here, and we want to look specifically, sorry, we'll just go back here. We want to look for the computer use demo here. Now this will bring us to this page here. I'll leave a link to this in the description as well. You can just click the link in the description. We don't care about any of this crap, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to set our API key. However, this is all set up to use on Linux. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to say, write this command for Windows. So we just set our API key. So if you go on command prompt here, and then paste this, and then put your API key here, and then press enter, that should set your Claude Anthropic API key as an environment variable. What does that mean? It means that your instance, your computer, has the ability to use Claude without you worrying about API keys, okay? Once that's done, what I want you to do is I want you to grab this command here and say, now please make this command Windows friendly, okay? Now again, I'm just showing you a non-programming perspective of looking at this. I need it on one line. And then another thing we actually need is Docker. So if you just go on Google, type in Docker, and then just download Docker, install Docker, and then open Docker. So it's like this, you can see it here. I'm going to stop this instance here, which is the current instance I had of computer use. So just download Docker, install it, open it. There's no real special thing here, okay? You just need Docker. And then we'll press copy here. And then we'll paste this command and hit enter. What this will do is it will download the Docker files or whatever the hell that actually is. It takes about 5-10 minutes to do that. Luckily, I did that before this video. And we're now pretty much able to use computer use, okay? So it says here, starting tint, starting mutter, starting VNC, port 5900, open localhost 8080. So we'll open this. This is computer use. This is exactly what we want, okay? So what can we use this for? I have a couple of use cases here, but basically this is a computer right here. So we can actually connect, we can actually click for ourselves as if this were a computer. Well, it is a computer basically. And let's say we wanted a text editor. Now, one use case could be to add internal links to a text file, right? We're not going to do that in this video, but if you open this text editor, save your text here, right? And then save it. Save your text.txt. And we'll save this. So let's just do this as an example. So I'm going to say open save your text.txt and add an internal and make the text an internal link to https://collections/kiton using Markdown. Okay, so we'll press enter here. We'll see what it does. Okay. Okay, so now it's going to find the correct path, it seems. Let's have a look. I can see the file. Okay, so the file was already open. And let's see what it does here. I'm just very, very curious to see if it can actually write. I haven't seen it write yet. Okay, nice. Is it just going to... Okay. I mean, kind of. Not quite what I wanted, but okay. That's fine. That is technically what I wanted, so... Okay, so number one, it passed. You can see how you could do this in on scale, like in an entire document. You could say, add internal links to this document. Now, one thing that I'll tell you that I've learned from my old school RuneScape days, okay, my days and years and decades of playing that stupid game, one thing that I've learned is any program that you can leave and let it do its thing while you do other things is invaluable, okay? So technically, the reason this is so much better than using Claude's front end is you don't have to sit and watch. You don't lose your mouse's capabilities. Like you could, at the same time as running this, you could run another one, you could run another one, you could run 10, and you could also at the same time be doing something completely different, right? So now, I mean, that's very, very interesting to me. Another thing that I'm thinking in my head while I'm watching this is you could probably use this with bolt.new to create apps using AI, which oh my God, it's crazy. Anyway, let's talk about a real use case, because I mean, this was just a little use case just to show you the capabilities. But now I'm going to say, right, now in the same document, I want you to find me 3 images from Unsplash and give me the real image link, i.e. image.unsplash.com links, which can be embedded. One of Milan, one of Naples, one of, I can't think of another, Venice. There we go. Make them embedded images in the same text document. So this is a real use case. Last night, while I was making another website using bolt.new, I had to manually do this because I could not think of a way. Like I'll show you all the different ways I tried. So we'll just leave that to do its thing. You can see it's still going, as far as I know. Wait, let's just double check that. Yeah, it's still going. So a few things that I tried to achieve the same thing. I tried Perplexity. I said, please find me 3 images of Milan, Naples, and Rome on Unsplash and give me the image links. Now, one problem with something like Perplexity is, yes, it can find the image, but it's going to give me the image URL. No, not the image URL. The page URL, not the image URL, okay? So you can see here, although this looks like an image URL, this is not an image URL. This is the page where the image URL is stored, okay? And what's the difference? Why do I care about that? If we go to Markdown to HTML, okay, and I just show you like this, nothing is embedded because it's not an image URL. So I had to manually, for every single image, I had to right-click this image and put the image here, like that. That is an image URL. So let's see if this tool can get past that. Now, one thing I can see already, it's gone on iStock, which is terrible. I don't want it to do that at all. Okay, good. Let's manage to get past that. Now scroll down a little bit. Come on, you can do it. Not that one. No, that's a premium image. Okay, it's probably going to get stuck here because just the way that... Oh, wait, I need to turn that off. One thing I learned from my years and years of botting on RuneScape is that you need to make sure that you don't have control over the same screen that the bot has control of, because you will mess the bot up if you're not careful. Now, I don't think this is actually working. I think it's just getting iStock images. So you'd probably have to say something like, be careful of iStock images. So I will press stop here, and I'll say, you are clicking on iStock images. I don't want iStock images as they are premium. I just want Unsplash images, which are further down the search result page. Now, it doesn't seem to like it when you press stop and then give it another command, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, so search Unsplash, good. Okay, and then scroll down. Be a good boy. Come on, scroll. No. No. God, this really reminds me of botting on RuneScape. I wonder if this could bot for you on RuneScape. I know that's completely irrelevant to this conversation, and I don't recommend botting on RuneScape, by the way. But I wonder if it could. That would be pretty interesting to see. Yeah, no, it's just continuing to get iStock images. Okay, so let's try this again. We'll press stop here. We'll refresh this. Okay, go to Unsplash and find image links, not page links, of actual images of Milan, Naples, and Rome. You must not use any premium images. All premium images are at the very top of the search result page. So scroll down to halfway down for each image. Okay, so let's see. We've prompted it a little bit better there. I was hoping that this would be something that you would just be able to give a random prompt to and it would actually perform, but it looks like it might not be the case. So a couple of other things that I tried to do the same thing. I tried ChatGPT. I said, find me 3 images of Milan, image links of Milan, Naples, and Venice from Unsplash. It'll do the same thing that Perplexity did. The reason is these things are not really seeing the code of a website. They're just doing a very superficial scrape of the page, not of the actual website. Okay. So again, this has done the same thing. If I click here, you'll see it's just giving me a link to Venice. Let's just copy this and take it to here. These are all just page links, right? They're not actual image links. And that's not even a real page, so good job, ChatGPT. Okay. This looks like it's actually doing it. Copy image link, there we go. Okay, amazing. So, I mean, it looks like that actually did that. This took me probably 25 minutes to do manually. If I had known that this existed, there's no way I would have done it manually. I would have just done it using this because I'm lazy as hell. Why would it Google that? That's not the way to do that. I should have said just give me one link because this is going to take way too long. Kind of like watching it struggle though. So it's really interesting how this works. It takes a screenshot, analyzes the screenshot and what it should do next, goes to wherever it thinks it should do the next thing, and then sends another screenshot saying, you know, is this correct? And then if it says that it's correct, it clicks it. Really, really cool system. I love what they've done here. I mean, this could replace all kinds of things. Now, something like Agent Zero would probably do this much more quickly and much more effectively. I'd be curious to know if that's true, actually. But I do like the fact that it's actually working this time. So let's see if it scrolls down. Okay, beautiful. You can see it scrolled down there. And then it's going to right-click on an image. Now, it's not going to be perfect still. I could have said something like, make sure that the image is, wow, okay, that it's picked literally the most perfect picture of, it's on iStock again. God damn it. That's annoying. Okay, this is very interesting what it's doing now. It's going into the source code of iStock to get the image. Mad, yeah. It really doesn't have to do all this, though. Anyway, this video isn't like, it's not supposed to be about, how this is the most amazing piece of software ever. I just wanted to show you how to get it working in a non-technical way. Oh, it's going back to Naples. And whether it, can do basic tasks. Now, I think one use of this would be to take content that's been written by something like ChatGPT and add internal links and add images to it from something like Unsplash. I think these are all Unsplash images, but it's fine. It doesn't necessarily know that. There you go. This is what I wanted, and I just picked one. Perfect. Literally perfect. Right-click it. Oh, screen controls on. Oh, fuck. Copy image. Link. No, not opening new window. Liar. Just right-click the image. You can do it, Claude. You got a big brain. Just right-click. No, don't zoom. Yeah. Copy image link. You can do it. Did it do it? Don't even know. Oh, okay. Milan. Naples. Not really. That's well, it's fine. It's Positano, I think, if I was to guess. And then Rome. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic, honestly. I judged it. I prejudged it before it was actually finished. Guys, I think this might actually be really, really good. Now, I'm not saying, something like Agent Zero might still be better, but this just feels much. It's different to Agent Zero because it's viewing the computer use like a human, whereas Agent Zero views the computer use as a programming agent. This is actually seeing what you're seeing and understanding what you're seeing. And, for me, that's super, super interesting. The possibilities here are absolutely endless. You could probably set this up to write blogs for you 24/7 while you sleep, while you eat, while you do whatever else you do. This thing can probably, and I'll probably be looking into this, sit and write blogs for you all day long, and then it could probably even upload them to WordPress for you or upload them to Shopify. So, guys, I think we've shown in this video this is incredibly impressive. It took 5 or 10 minutes to find these images, but I could have just left it and let it do what it wants. And while I'm programming, for example, it could be collecting all of the images for the website for me. That is super useful because in life, if you can understand how to maximize your time, you will get a lot more done. This is something, again, that I learned from old school RuneScape. It's a little bit embarrassing, but it's kind of hilarious. The community on old school RuneScape, they will hold going to the toilet in until they're doing something on the game that means that they can leave, and when they come back, they will still be doing that thing on the game, okay? That reminds me a lot of this. You can do 2 things at once now, 3 things at once, 4 things at once, by allowing this agent to do a small part of your work that is time-consuming and manual. Even me, someone that, I consider myself to be pretty good at programming, etc., etc. I spent 25 minutes to 45 minutes last night replacing all of the images on this website, which completely irrelevant, but I made another website, guys. But basically, I manually found all of these images on Unsplash. What I could have been doing instead is while I was coding and while I was fixing everything, I could have sent this prompt, like all of these regions of Italy, and I could have just said, now do the same thing for all these regions, right? And then just send that. And then while I was coding, the computer use would have done that for me. I'm going to leave the video there, guys. I've shown you how to set it up. I've shown you some use cases, and I've given my thoughts on this. I do think this is going to be absolutely massive and potentially the future of how we interact with our computers. But for now, it's slow, full of errors, full of bugs, but we don't really care. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're watching all the way to the end of the video, you're an absolute legend. I'm going to be seeing what this thing can do in a bit more detail. If you want more videos on this, please leave a comment, and I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out. Watch this video if you're excited about the biggest opportunity for making money with AI in 2025.